the taxes of 15 more in there, but they did not take the time to vote on it. So we're going to be faced with all types of issues regarding as we have in the past.
25% surcharge on the utility.
They do, correct.
Right.
So I know I've talked to Nicole about this, and you were looking for some direction. I don't know if you need a motion, but do you think you have direction?
We have a motion to.
Well, we
enter into
have a resolution before you, so
Well,
if
I'm
you
sorry.
don't, if you don't want to adopt this resolution, is there,
Madam Chair,
I move that we adopt this resolution.
and I'll second that, but I'd like to put a caveat in that motion that we incorporate the changes or the concerns that's presented by this board at this time.
oh, just for
If that's
clarification,
legally
would
proper.
that be a whereas the position of the Board of County Commission?
You can amend the resolution at this meeting to include your requirements and provisions.
Okay,
Go ahead and
great.
do that.
Then I would agree to a friendly amendment of my motion to include that.
And I would accept those. Thank you.
Does that include that 25% surcharge for water utilities?
Well, I think that all of the utility companies, as I understand it in most of the cities, are, if you are outside the city limits, there is a surcharge, because, we had that
Oh.
issue out in Midway.
But this may be an opportunity.
Well,
Again,
all
for-
these things we've talked about have to be negotiated and agreed to,
Right.
so.
Yeah, and
at this
again-
point, this is our resolution to just respond in our 60-day window that we had to respond. But I want it to be clear the position of this Board of County Commissioners.
Right. Again, this resolution just allows staff to begin negotiations. You can give direction to staff to do that, and if you'd like to have it as part of the resolution, I have no problem with that. But I just want to be clear for you to state what the direction should be to staff so they know.
Okay, so the motion is to approve the resolution and amending it by adding the concerns of the county commission to the resolution. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And I will have Nicole and I will have an amended resolution for signature for the record, for the clerk.
Thank you.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next item is item number 30. This is a request to schedule and advertise a public hearing to amend Chapter 53 of the Seminole County Code to add a special magistrate to the code enforcement issue.
Madam Chair, I move to approve the request to advertise the amendment.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item is under the county manager's briefing. This is your informational budget amendment that shows the money that has been spent between the last board meeting. Anybody have any questions on that particular item? Seeing none, we'll move to item number 32. This is the 800 megahertz system update, and this is a county manager item. So, Mr. Hartman, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. At the April 26th meeting, I believe you had a presentation from your Public Safety Director regarding some options with the purchase and installation of a new 800 megahertz system, and suggested at that time that we re-agenda this for today or a later date so that I had an opportunity to look at the matter with staff, and that we were able to answer a number of questions that you posed during that particular meeting. So our Public Safety Director is here this morning to cover the answers to the questions that you did pose, and to reorient all of us to the options that are available to the board, and to make a recommendation on how we might proceed with this. So, Mr. Stone?
I realize it's been a kind of a full morning. If you give me just a minute to download, if you want to,
Okay.
if the board take a break, or you want me to just continue on?
Board want to take a 2-minute break while he
Madam
downloads
Chair, I
his
have a question.
presentation?
As he's downloading, I have a question for the county manager, if I may.
Okay.
Mr. Hartman, what experience have you had? I know that your past life in a different location, you've been involved in this. Can you inform us a little bit, brief us?
Well, most recently, as you know, I came from Alexandria, Virginia. That is a Some would call it a small city, some would call it a densely populated, medium-sized city inside the National Capital Beltway.